Hey guys, welcome back to another Big Icon video. It's been a while. It has been a while. I recently got monetized on Twitch. As in I'm now an affiliate. And I've just kind of been bored out of my mind. That's why it's been such a long time in an upload. And I thought like to get things going again rather than continue with the current series I've got going on, I would make a tier list on Marvel Rivals. Um, even though currently it's about the end of season 2.5 with a couple of hours left, I thought I'd make a reflection on the season, and I thought I'd also point out where I feel most of the heroes have stood. Um, and this is mostly my own opinions. I just hope I've got all the tanks there. Anyhow, now I'm just gonna continue with the tier list. Um, Oh, let's go. Hulk. Eta. Like, I don't know. Something about Hulk. I feel like he's always been a good hero. I feel like he's almost always going to be a good hero. Purely because of there is so much skill to playing Hulk. And there is so many different things you can do. It's not just brawling. There's also dive aspects. And I really think Hulk has a high or good potential, which I think allows him, which I think actually means he deserves A. Maybe B. I'll revisit it, but for now it's A. Um, and after that, we have Emma. Emma Frost is a hero who also goes in A tier as of currently. She's very strong. I think I see Emma Frost being played every 2 games or something. Like every other game, I think I'll find an Emma. Um, she's pretty strong. Yeah. Is she better than Hulk though? Um, Personally, I'd say no, but I say that meta-wise, probably. But no, Hulk stays on top because of Gamma team up. Venom. Oh, it's not Venom season, is it? I haven't really seen many Venoms, and Venom doesn't really perform that well as of currently. It's just not the dive meta. It just really isn't, and it's very heavily poke focus. And playing Venom, yeah, good luck. Genuinely, good luck if you play Venom. You're not having a fun time. Strange. Doctor Strange. I'm gonna put him top of 8 because Strange is good. He's strong. He plays pretty well. He does his job. You know. He's kind of part of the key cast. You know. You like if you're playing with a good team, you're almost always gonna have a Strange, a Mag, or a Groot. More prominently the Strange and the Mag than a Groot. But you're almost always going to have a Strange or a Mag, and he's just kind of a staple. He's a staple, he's needed in the game. And then moving on to the second guy, Magneto. I personally prefer Strange over Mag, I just like Strange's ultimate more. And I can use Doctor Strange's ultimate without failing every time. Not with Magneto though. I still, I whiff so many Magneto ults. I'm just like, well, should I play this guy? Probably not. Even though I am pretty good at tank sometimes. Thor, we'll get on to him later. Groot, Groot's still S tier. Groot has not been nerfed and the meta hasn't changed significant. Well, it's poke. And Groot still works in poke, because if they're running Magneto, there's a reason why Strange is above him. Because if you wall off Magneto, bro's not running, and if you wall off Emma, she's not running back. And he still is. It's just his entire ability to create a wall behind the enemy. It's pretty strong, as well as he's got a nice kit. Thor. B tier. He's better than Venom, but I mean, previously I probably could have given. Actually, no, maybe C tier. That's fair. Thor's just fallen off. The changes they did to Thor really they really put a knife in his back and they just started twisting it. You know, it ain't good for him. Okay, he's not as strong as he used to be. Um, And I play him, and I notice the differences. I can feel how he's changed. Thing, Beta. He's better than Hulk because he shuts down Venom. He does a good job at shutting down BP. Where is he? Black Panther, no, no, no. Yeah, apparently everyone's complaining about this guy. From what I can see, like every game, he's almost always banned. Um, and I don't understand it because I don't think he's that strong. But yeah, Thing does a great job at countering him, but like against the rest of the tank cast that is meta, he kind of gets folded. Except Magneto. Magneto's an exception, but he does relatively get folded. Yeah, you are also going in beta cap. Captain America is not as strong as he once was. Thank God, Captain America as meta would be a pain, especially for all the support mains out there. And then Penny Parker. Penny Parker, where does she belong? Well, she's got like almost a 60% win rate, which is outrageous. So, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. A definitely seems like the creeping place for her to be as is a. But she's banned so much that I don't really get to see her in like much. But yeah, she's really good. Just like 60% win rate kind of says enough for me for her to just be banned almost every game. But like I'd suppose, just natural raw strength without ults. Yeah, her ultimate does let her down a bit. Now we're on to DPSs. Some of these may be interesting takes, and some of them are going to be just facts. Black Widow, C tier. She kind of needs the Mantis damage boost to be worth it, but at that point you're using two of your team. You're using two roles in the hope that one hero can carry. It's a bit risky to me. BP. Do I honestly put him in A tier? Yes, I do. No. Maybe A tier, but like bottom of A tier or top of B. I'm not sure. But I don't feel like Black Panther is like that. I don't think he's that good, okay? Like, I'll be honest, I've played my fair bit of Luna. I've done my fair bit of playing support this season. I don't think he's that bad. I don't see it. I don't see why people are always like, wah, Black Panther, wah. I don't get it. I don't see it, okay? I'm gonna be real. I don't see it. I don't see what makes him so strong. I don't get what makes him like S tier must ban all the time. I don't get it. Moving on, Hawkeye. A tier or S tier? that's the question. I mean, the Luna team up makes him S tier, because that is too nasty. And then he's also got the one shots without needing a damage boost. See, and that makes him far better than her, because he can one shot without a damage boost. Hela. Let's put Hela in A tier. I don't know. Actually no, because Hela's only gotten buffed, hasn't she? No, she had one nerf, but that was HP. 275 HP Hela would be crazy though. No, she still has to. Because all they did is they just made her stronger since last time. So yeah, I feel like S tier is fair, and I feel like she could be nerfed. Iron Fist. I mean, he's kind of garbage, in my opinion. Like. What's he supposed to be doing again? Tank brawling or some shit? Well, he doesn't do that, clearly. I'll beat him, bro. I handed it to him. So yeah, yeah, he goes there. He's B tier. I feel like he may be C tier even, but we'll work on that. There's Jeff. Just all the supports who I missed, they're just in the DPSs, and I'm like, you're not supposed to be there. Iron Man. A tier? Maybe S? No, A. A tier, yeah. Actually, no, we'll put him in S tier. He's just strong. Like, even though he lost the Gamma team up, Iron Man is now stronger without needing another hero, and he's just strong. It's a fair place. He just S tier is just it's just a W place for Iron Man to be. You know, it feels right for him. He's got good poke damage, and on top of that, he fares pretty well against most of the tanks. There's no one who can really super contest him except maybe this guy. And even though his skin is pretty prominent right now, we'll get on to Punisher later. He still is holding up pretty well because you don't need to be flying high. You can be down low with the team. Anyhow, Moon Knight. I don't know. Should I put him in C tier or B? I feel like C tier, man. Like Moon Knight's a hero who I don't think ever is going to be good. But I'll tell you this now. If Moon Knight ever does get good, it's gonna be too good and it's gonna be too annoying. So he's a hero who kind of has to be weak for the game to not be terrible. Magic. I don't know, bro. I don't see magic. I low-key don't see magic much anymore. Like, recent games, I just haven't seen magic players around at all, and, like, I feel like she isn't as strong, therefore. Like, I don't know, but I feel like how much you see a hero tends to imply how strong they are. And if you're not seeing the hero, then they're just not that strong. No? Like, am I like out of it, or like? Because I just don't see Black Widow. No longer do I see Black Widow. Namor. That's S or A tier. Gamma tier might make some S, but without a A. I will put him top of A tier because he's really strong. The Gamma team up helps, but naturally he's just, you know. With Namor, you're basically playing with 6 people, so like you're chilling. But yeah, so that's Namor, and then Psylocke. With Psylocke, she's not as strong as she used to be, but like she still is pretty strong. I don't know. I feel like BP's more. No. Her ultimate is more annoying because she just solo ults your back line, and there's nothing you can do. You just get irritated. Punisher. S tier. He's too nasty. Like, Punisher needs enough. He's got damage boost as well as increased health. It's outrageous. Give him enough, guys, please. Scarlet Witch. B tier. Actually, no. Do I want a Scarlet Witch or a Moon Knight on my team? I think I'd rather have a Scarlet, but like, I wouldn't really want to have either. Spider-Man. Spider-Man's really full enough, hasn't he? Like, he feels like he's far weaker than he used to be. Sorry, I just moving bro back to A tier. Spider-Man feels like he's really fallen off of like where he used to be. Because like Spider-Man, people used to be constantly banning Spider-Man, and now, not so much. Like he feels like he's just kind of feels like the new meta orientation to poke has just kind of thrown Spider-Man off. With all the poke heroes becoming significantly stronger, he's just kind of whiffed it, you know. He's just kind of lost his power. Bro, what is that ad, bro? Why is this here? Squirrel Girl, let's go. Where would Squirrel Girl go? Loki, I think top of beta. Or yeah. Her ability to just destroy shields and walls and bubbles, it's nasty. And on top of that, she also kind of prevents teams from stacking on top of each other. And she's becoming into that Junkrat niche of you didn't think they were annoying or a problem, but now you might think they're a problem. And now they may be a problem. But yeah. Star-Lord, where would I put Star-Lord? I don't know, I mean, triple res is still kinda strong, but it's full enough, I feel. To be fair, I did play a game against triple res combo earlier. Was it yesterday? And I did wipe the floor with them. But that's not the point I'm making. my point is that he still is pretty strong and he hasn't really been nerfed much. Like Star-Lord still is a strong pick. Maybe he goes bottom of Eta, because he still is pretty strong. Storm. Where's Storm? I think Aster. I mean the Jeff team up is pretty strong, but like even without that, she still is. And she maybe Eta. maybe Eta. She still is really strong, but not as strong as she used to be. Team up wise, Jeff's team up is pretty nasty, but I think 8 is fair and fine for her because she's pretty strong, she's pretty powerful, and she's it's just pretty good in general. Like, I can't really make complaints about Storm. I don't personally see the need to ban her because I feel like S tier keeps her in line because you can't. They're not really getting banned. He's not really. Hawkeye does sometimes get banned. I'll admit that, but except Hawkeye, none of S tier is really getting banned. So don't worry. Winter Soldier. B tier. Bucky is far away from his heyday. I mean, the times where it's Hogan and Hogan, it's over. It's over, guys. Well, for now it is at least. We don't know. Maybe the devs have his return. Maybe they've got it planned on the roadmap for 2025 or later in 2026 even. But as of right now, he's gone. You don't need to worry. The nightmare, it's over. He's not very strong. The dive meta's kind of fallen off. He does pretty well in duels still, but he's not, I don't know. He's not being seen very favorably by picks and stuff. Wolverine. Sorry, moving on. Wolverine. Where would I put Wolf? Honestly, even though I do love Wolverine, I think he still is a strong hero. Because he does a good job at busting this tank, that tank. He does a pretty good job at tank busting. But after that, he kind of starts to fail. And the Emma Frost being added in Season 2 didn't really help him. And neither did the thing in Season 1.5, Season 1. It's rough. Would I rather have, I think he goes here. Because I'd be fine with a mixture of the A tier in my team or a mixture of S tier. S tier I'd be happy if you're on my team, by the way. B tier it's like maybe, and C tier like probably not. Mr. Fantastic. I was playing some Fantastic today. I won that game. And it's biased, I know. But I think I'm putting A tier above Wolverine. Because I feel like he can kind of counter out Black Panther. He can give your supports extra health, and on top of that, he can just be a general pain to Black Panther. And I feel like he's cooking because of it. But yeah, I think 80 is fair for him. Human Torch, he's fallen off his horse, hasn't he? I mean, a season back, he would have been S tier. But now, I mean, the nerfs, and then even more nerfs. And now he's down to B tier. I think he's the worst flyer. How do I put him as the worst flyer? Because we've got one more, one more flyer to go. But yeah, so far I think he's the worst one on the list. Which so far I think it's fair. I don't think he's a very good hero right now. I think he's going through a bit of a rough patch. It's like he's going. He's having like a rough moment in life. Okay, and he just needs some help. He needs some support. He needs something. Not me saying that I want a Human Torch meta, but Human Torch feels relatively underwhelming right now. And I just want him to be a bit stronger. I just want it, Like it's not that much, but just a little buff, a little couple of changes, Maybe decreases damage, which is a slight nerf, and I'm aware, by like 0.5 per shot. But then decreases cooldown, which gives him bonus health, Decrease that by 5 seconds. Hey, go wild. Minus 10 seconds, okay? Go wild, As the devs always want to claim they go wild with everything. But yeah, I mean, And now we have Ultron. Oh god, the newest hero. Where do we put him? Tempting to put him in D tier, to be fair, because I dislike him. I don't think he's got good heals. Support-wise, does he really support the team? Not really. He seems kind of like an Adam Warlock, but he flies and he's got less healing potential. And his ultimate does do healing over Warlock, but like... I'll put him in B tier, because he does essentially shut down Spider-Man due to his healing drone, as well as his overhealth ability. But I don't know. I'm still not sure that I want to call him a good hero, because I don't think he is. I think as far as supports goes, I think he is probably one of the weakest. In my opinion, that is. And then, like I was saying with Triple Res, Warlock goes above him because I feel like Warlock's got a greater impact on the game. I guess Warlock's kind of a vulnerability, but he's got res, he's got self-res, so he can do whatever, really. He can be placed as like basically wherever he wants. His only real problems is that he's got no mobility at all. But that's a problem with the majority of the support cast, is a lack of mobility. Luna being 1, Cloak and Dagger 2. Loki's got his switch place with clones, but I'm not sure if I'm really counting that as mobility. Invis got to jump, but like that's not much. You know, like her jump's not even that good. Come on, you know she gets a good jump. He gets a dash kind of thing. He gets 3 jumps as well as a dash kind of thing with his kick. He gets webs. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. She gets a dash as well as 2 portals. He gets a dash as well as a spinny thing. Yeah, terrible at describing, but my point is that mostly all of the DPS cast has decent mobility. Maybe not Hawkeye. Maybe not Hawkeye. But yeah. Okay, maybe not Moon Knight either, but most of the DPS is great mobility. And I'd say for the most part, most of the tanks also have decent mobility. Groot's got weird mobility. You just place walls and you use that as mobility. It's weird, but that's what you do. That's Groot mobility. And then he gets his, flight thing. Anyway, I've got off tap. I went off topic. I'm sorry. Let's continue with the lower the lower end of the healing scale. Mantis. Actually, you know what? No, you go there. You go C tier. You're pretty whiffy, man. And then Luna. I've been playing a lot of Luna recently, and I think she's actually S tier. She slaps. She cooks. She's goated. She's brilliant. I like the Luna playstyle. It's really nice. It feels good. I enjoy it. And an S tier, and she's also pretty strong with Snowflake. I feel like if I Snowflake a Magneto or something, I can almost he almost never dies. You know, Snowflake Magneto, and I start healing him, and he's basically immortal. Because there's no anti or anything. There's no real damage amplifiers. Anyone's got damage amplifier? Base damage amplifiers, like a Discord orb or something. To reference Overwatch. No, I don't think there are any. Loki. Loki also goes. Rocket. I entirely for. Oopsies. Rocket, even though it's nerfs, he's still fine. He's still a great hero. I don't think. I mean, Rocket now, he takes more skill than he did before, as in season 1, season 0. He takes slightly more skill because you need to aim with his healing, but he's still really strong. He's still really good, and he performs pretty well at the end of the day with his abilities. He's got decent escape, decent mobility. He's got a respawn beacon, which is pretty nice, and he's just a solid hero. Granted, with Rocket, if you're healing, you're not damaging. You don't get healing damage into. Well, it's kind of like the Baptiste dilemma, but unlike Baptiste, you can't really shoot and heal at the same time. It doesn't really work that way. You're either shooting or you're healing as Rocket, and yeah. Loki also gets S tier. I mean, his ultimate is great. He's also got great heals as well as his immortality lamps. Oh, yeah, S tier is deserved. Invis. Comparison to Luna, she's not as strong, but she gets A tier. She's the second best immortality ult. Well, I say immortality. It's basically immortality ult. Only beaten by Luna's. And then Cloak and Dagger's, the last. Because just general healing in between the time of. So when you don't have your ult, Cloak and Dagger kind of lacks on the healing end. Jeff. Jeff is the last hero. You know what, guys? We're gonna end it off with Jeff there. Which puts him, I think, in the middle ground of the supports. There's 4 in front of him, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 behind him. Which means if you want to be the middle ground as far as supports goes, play Jeff, because he's there. He's got good healing. Damage is questionable, but like on maps where Jeff is good, he's kind of S tier. Otherwise, he's more of a B tier. But I mean, his team up with Storm is really good. I think Jeff just. Granted, he does feel like his kit's been butchered. Yeah, it feels like his kit's been butchered by the changes, but he feels kind of better actually. Like his kit has changed, and I think it's a change for the better. Because I think I would rather have a Jeff than a Mantis or a Warlock or an Ultron. Maybe even a Cloak and Dagger. Maybe, because general healing. But I'd still much rather have an S tier lineup. Anyhow, that kind of concludes the video. Yes, so hope you kind of like or somewhat can agree with the tier list. Everything has an explanation. Please hope you like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch and join the Discord. And have a nice day and peace.